we fight before every party we throw. And after everybody's gone, she's like, that worked out so great.
Hey! What side of the family do you like celebrating with the most?
Oh, we can't say that.
We know that I'm the favorite, but like we gotta pretend we like
Matt,
my
you are
older
not
brother.
the favorite.
Would you ever dress up as Mr. or Mrs. Claus? Dad, have you been Santa?
Well, he should be.
No.
Have you ever done the deed while staying with family over the holidays?
Well, we know you did, not us.
Why did you
You're
ask
just gonna
that?
call us out like that, Mom?
Your hair looks terrible, Matt.
Stop.
You need a haircut.
Welcome back to the Unplanned podcast. We are your hosts, Matt and Abby, and today we are joined by two very special guests who we had to work so hard to get on. My parents, John and Teresa. Woo!
They're the easiest guests to book. They're always down.
I know we told you guys we're going to be talking about holiday hot takes, some controversial holiday questions, but we actually lied. We're going to be doing a conversation about your sex life. So you guys can just kind of give us a little rundown.
No.
It's going to be really short.
Hey, don't talk about yourself
She likes
that.
it like that.
Oh my God.
Okay, stop. No.
We're actually going to end the podcast right here. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
Hey, hit that like button.
Everyone wants to know where Matt gets it from.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, I think this is a safe way to start out. Real tree or fake tree? Are you guys a fan of the real Christmas trees? Are we more of fake tree people?
Do you want to start?
What's your hot take, Mom?
I love a real tree. I think it's prettier. I think it smells better, but I would always have like allergy attacks and start feeling sick from it. So
Okay.
we've gone to fake, but I think a real is gorgeous.
I'm all about the fake. We did the real tree. We went out and cut the tree down and argued and fought the whole time. I do not like that experience.
No,
It's
and it
all
fell
in
over.
a holiday special that whoever owns those tree farms, it's great. You enjoy yourself, but when it really happens, it's not for me.
And we had carpeting with the real tree, and it fell over in the
Yeah.
night and got water all over the carpet. Remember?
I was so mad at you.
This is when Matt was born?
When he was a baby, when
You
they
went
were
and
little.
chopped
Yeah,
the
we
tree
fought
down.
the whole time, cutting down a tree, picking out the right. No, not that one, not that one. And then we get it home. I get it up, decorated. In the middle of the night, I was exhausted. All of a sudden, here, thump. I just took the whole thing out in the front yard, shut the door, and just went back to bed.
Broke some special ornaments.
Yeah, you're
Wait,
mad at me.
you threw it out the door?
Oh yeah, I just drug it out through the front door.
You didn't throw it.
Well, I chucked
You're
it.
lying.
Yeah, I
You chucked it.
Well,
You
yeah,
must
I mean,
be-
I drug it out. I was so mad. I was
Left it
tired.
on the front yard?
and I just put it on the front
You must
yard.
have been pretty strong to carry an entire tree by yourself.
Not when you're mad. At 3 o'clock. in the
I would
morning.
just leave it down if it happened in the night.
No, it was getting water and everything.
Because a real tree,
we
you
had a
gotta fill
nice,
that thing with water.
clean carpet and everything, and it fell over and it was getting. I think this is our.
So you
house
didn't have a tree that Christmas?
No,
Well,
we
we
put it back up, and I screwed it into the ground. I had to do some changes to the thing
But
we had
that,
this.
he said no more after
we had this
that.
thing that because a real tree needs water, right? So then I got the idea of anchoring it to a big piece of plywood. So I got a big sheet of plywood, cut it in half, so it's
It was
4x4,
attractive.
and put that on the stand and put that on
They
there.
have
And
to
so-
make something for
And
that.
then we had a nice big skirt, so it covered it up.
That looks
But we had
so
to make a-
weird, though, that big piece of plywood. People don't usually do that, do they? They
Well,
don't
you
put
have
a
a
massive piece
big
of plywood
skirt
on there.
that goes around your trees. You don't see it.
But that's not like
But
what a typical
the base
family
wasn't
does.
big enough
No.
for the tree. The tree toppled over.
I feel like they probably make
Bigger bases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, they make a pretty good
I
sized
think
base,
we
but we
had a-
needed a base as big as that table there, if not
Maybe
bigger.
your tree base
'Cause
was
the
just a
tree
piece
was
of crap.
big.
Maybe you just needed a non-cheapo base for your tree.
Well, I
Now
still
it's
have
my fault.
I still have the base. I will send you a picture.
By the way, I promise I'm not like a chain smoker. I've just been sick, so if I sound weird, apologies.
Again,
Yes.
I think he's playing it up because I think he kind of likes the way it
the
sounds.
sexy voice.
I'm not trying to play it up. This is literally, it's the problem I've been having. Why are you laughing?
I promise I'm not a chain smoker. I've heard you say that like 7 times in the past 24 hours. And then all of a sudden he's like talking like this, and then all of a sudden he goes, I promise I'm not a chain.
Okay, this one is pretty controversial, so
Oh,
hold your
again?
horses. Colorful lights or white lights?
Oh.
What do we think about that, Mom and Dad?
I like white lights. I like just a plain white light. I think it looks better. I just think
I mean,
white light.
yeah, colored is fun and for kids, but I do like the classic white on the tree and outside. Dad has always decorated outside.
Have you
Thank
ever
you.
fallen off the roof trying to put up Christmas lights?
He did fall off a ladder once, babe. He
Yeah.
fell off the ladder and he was dangling from like the
Not
top
doing
of...
Christmas lights
No,
though.
no. I was painting the house.
This
a
was
few years ago.
recent.
Yeah.
A few years ago, I thought it was this
Griswold.
year.
No, it was about 4 or 5 years ago. So
What?
Josh was home, and I'm out there painting, and it was really hot, and I had a safety harness on.
Praise
so when
God.
I fell, it caught me, but I was dangling like a puppet, and my ladder went one way, and the chimney was this way. So I was like
That's
dangling
like
like the
Christmas
puppet like this.
vacation.
And I was thinking the neighbor's going to see me because he had seen me the night before after work. He said, "Be careful." So, hey, Jeff. And then when I fell, I was like this, thinking Jeff is going to say, "I told you so." But nothing was said, and I'm just dangling there. So I'm sort of pushing myself, finally got down. And I went inside, and Josh goes, "What was all that banging?" It's like, well, thanks, Josh.
That's
I
such
fell.
a Josh thing to say.
When you were
He
ringing
got
the
locked-
doorbell,
you guys got locked
he hit
down.
your door.
Remember
So
when you got
Josh heard a bunch of banging. He
heard
didn't
a
come
bang,
check on his
And
dad.
he's like in there eating his whatever he's eating.
That's
he never
such a
came
Josh
to check
thing
on
to
me.
do.
Dude.
Just like when you guys got locked out.
Yeah, we got locked out of the house. Like,
I told him I went to be
delayed.
banging, and he goes, I went back to sleep, and you guys were out locked out of the house.
Oh my gosh. No, for anybody who's confused, my little brother's Josh, and a couple years ago,
So
Abby
he
and I
is
got
an adult also.
He's also an adult. He's 22
22
years old, okay?
yesterday.
It was more than a few years ago.
He
It
also
was
looks like he's older than me.
5,
He
6
has a
years
Yeah,
full
this
beard.
was like 7 years ago.
Anyway, but we
like 15,
were
14.
stuck outside of our house for the entire night because nobody in my house would answer the freaking door.
Well, you
Our-
did have a key, and you didn't have an
We did
on
not
you.
have a key,
Yeah.
Mom. We did not have a key. There was
Anyway.
no key. We did not. And we couldn't get the garage door open.
because the batteries were dead.
The batteries were dead on the garage door opener, and we were
and
banging.
you guys, we were trying to call you, but you guys leave your phones in the kitchen and you go upstairs, and then you couldn't hear us ringing the doorbell because of your sound machines.
So anyway, Josh
They were
did
sleeping
not
great.
check on me when I fell off the roof. Didn't check on you when you guys
When
were trying
he
to get
heard,
out.
he heard
us
you.
throw-
let me
throwing
let me
rocks.
finish the story though. But like I called you guys a million times, called Josh a million times, banging on the door, shouting. I'm like, I'm probably gonna wake up the whole neighborhood
Guess
trying
my
to get
sound
in our
machine
house.
works.
Yeah, you say you can't sleep. You are in a deep
You
sleeper.
guys,
You
could
guys
be,
are deep sleepers.
You could be burglarized and have
We could've
no
robbed your
idea.
whole
Thanks a
house.
lot,
You wouldn't have known
Abby. So
Don't tell him our
here's where we
address.
live.
But what I wanted to say though is Abby and I had to spend the night in our car because nobody would open the door.
In Baldwin, Missouri. It was
And-
very dangerous.
And Josh, the funniest part
that's
though,
how Griffin was
is
conceived.
Josh. We were so loud. Here's the funniest part. We were so loud. Josh said he woke up, heard people saying, "Let us in." He heard us, heard my voice banging, but he was like, "I was just tired though, so I just went back to bed." He was like, "I thought, yeah, maybe that's Matt and Abby
Josh
stuck
isn't
outside
here
the
to
house."
defend himself.
yeah,
you can't
that's true.
keep,
We better.
Can't
That's
keep ripping
enough.
on Josh.
He told me that though.
I know he did.
Stay tuned for the next episode with Josh defending himself. All right.
That's funny.
What's your next question?
Matt, are we going to answer these questions?
Oh, yeah.
too?
What about
Yeah,
you?
we probably should answer these. I guess
feel like
for lights.
I
What's
want
your
to
take?
say colorful lights because it is more like feels like vintage
Classic.
Christmas.
Yeah,
Fun.
vintage.
Fun.
But the colored ones only look good if they're those big glass
Yes,
bulbs. And
yes.
we can't have those with round kids.
That's what I'm saying. The big glass bulb colorful lights are so
They're the
iconic. I
vibe.
love those, but it has to be the right ones. I think if you have the teeny little lights, it looks dinky.
Yeah, that I don't like.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then for trees, I'm fake because I want the tree to be up
No,
like
Forever.
for a long time.
And I'm team Christmas tree that has the lights pre-installed.
Plus, Matt, we
I
would
can-
not know. Yeah,
I can put
pre-installed.
our-
They don't do those in nature.
No, I do our tree in about 5 minutes. It's so quick. Not ornaments, obviously, but setting
Like
up the
also,
tree
I don't
itself.
want to fasten a tree to my car like
And
that.
we would
I just want
definitely
to put it in my trunk.
we would definitely get into some sort of altercation
Yes,
we
if
ruin
we
the
were trying to
spirit.
chop a
I
tree
know.
down.
We tried not to, but
Hey, life hack. If you want to decorate early, go and put your tree up in around October and put a sheet over it. Make it look like a big ghost. And then when Halloween's
Where
over,
did you hear this?
you pull the sheet off
I
and you're
saw
ready.
it and I told him, and
Dad,
now he's
you-
acting like he made it
You
up.
probably saw this on Instagram Reels,
I
didn't
did.
you?
No,
Oh,
I did a chat GPT.
Okay, wait, hold up a second. You guys aren't on TikTok, but you're on Instagram Reels.
Yes.
Is that what everyone over 50 is doing these days?
I think they're on Facebook.
I just saw it on an Instagram. Somebody had done that, and I thought that was a cute idea.
That's kinda funny.
because we used to never, ever, ever get anything out till after Thanksgiving. Because I feel like it's a ripoff for Thanksgiving. We should be thankful and grateful, but it's such a short time period, and this year it's especially short. And we were traveling here for Thanksgiving, so we were like, we have to get the stuff out. But if you want to do it really early, you can put the sheet over it and have a ghost in your house.
That's cute.
That actually is.
It is cute.
That is kind of cute.
Genius.
You're very protective of my younger brother Josh because he is your youngest,
He's
and
still my baby.
he's 22 years old with a beard. But the thing is about Josh is you were always like, we can't decorate for Christmas because that'll ruin Josh's birthday. But it's like it's not like we don't celebrate Thanksgiving to not ruin Josh's birthday. So that always threw me off. You're kind of like, what? Why holding off on Christmas until Josh's birthday?
Well, it was more Thanksgiving. It's a combination, Josh's birthday and Thanksgiving. Because Josh's birthday is the 26th, and Thanksgiving is always a day or two around that. So
Do you have
That must be
Thanksgiving
so-
decorations?
well, fall.
Okay.
That must be so hard for Josh celebrating a major holiday right on his birthday
Man,
every year.
I feel
His
so
life
bad.
must be
That's
awful.
so
It's
tough.
really scarred for it. Yeah.
That is really, really tough for
That's
him.
why you got an ice cream cake last
Dad,
night.
how have you dealt with having a birthday so close to Father's Day every year?
It's been rough.
He's been
It's
ripped
rough.
off.
I
He's
think,
been ripped off.
I've been ripped off. I got one gift for both events, and it really messed with me.
Do you have to grill?
I've been to therapy, and I'm over it now, I think.
What did your therapist say?
He said, deal with it.
Suck it
He
up.
said, suck it up, Buttercup. You're a man.
And then Flag
You're a
Days right around
man.
that same time, too. So,
or act like a
and
man.
the
What would
Blues
you-
won the Stanley Cup playoffs championship on my birthday a few years ago. So now everybody just thinks of the Blues, and they forget about me.
So,
pretty
what would you say
Forget
to
about me.
someone out there who has a birthday
Okay,
also?
how long are you
that
gonna-
gets- Sorry.
As you
we'll
can
move
tell,
on.
Matt and I
We'll
have
move on.
attention deficit issues.
I'm trying to be funny too hard. Okay.
Dad joke.
I didn't even know this was a hot take. Why is this even a hot take? But I guess I'll read it. Opening Christmas presents, Christmas Eve,
No,
Christmas
some people
Day,
do open presents
or
on Christmas Eve.
New Year's. So there's 3 options.
What?
When do you open them and why?
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
I like
My
Christmas
vote
Day.
is- yeah.
Yeah, my vote is Christmas Day. But my family, my extended family, would do them Christmas Eve because I'd get with my aunts and uncles. But in Christmas Day, my immediate family would be, gathered around the tree.
And they were Catholic. And
Yeah.
a lot of Catholic families, I think, make a big deal about Christmas Eve. At least the Catholic families I know. Like our brother-in-law, Bob, they would all meet Christmas Eve and do it.
Mm-hmm.
Your family did. So that was kind of your thing.
Right.
But my family always Christmas Day only. And it was
What
cheating.
about your extended family?
Cheating. If
Aunts
you,
and uncles, cousins.
Yeah, we all did it Christmas Day only.
Christmas Day. How did you get to everybody's house?
We did one lunch and one supper.
What about like not wrapping the gifts for your kids? Because I've heard there's some wacko families out there that won't wrap their kids' gifts and just like lay them out.
Wait, that's what you guys did? Yeah, when Matt told me that, I was like, that's crazy.
Well, everybody else wraps your gifts. Like
I've heard
is-
it's pretty traumatic for
do
some
we have
kids.
to keep this? Is this parental guidance or children watching how we?
Oh, kids
you know,
don't watch this show. This is an
I'm
adult
s-
show.
I don't want to say
You
anything.
can say whatever.
We already said sex.
Santa,
Yeah.
all
don't
that.
don't listen to this with your 3-year-old or
No.
your kids around.
So everybody wraps your gifts, which is awesome. But I was raised, and then this is what we did. We came down, and it was 3 girls, and then with us it was 3 boys. Like you come down, and you each have your pile of stuff, your section, and it's just like,
And they're unwrapped.
yes.
And we
all
did that
together.
too. We did that. We had wrapped and unwrapped.
I was so sad. though.
Unwrapped was from Santa. Wrapped was from
Every
family members.
Christmas, I was so disappointed to see that Santa didn't wrap my presents or my parents. They were just all out there.
Okay, wait. That's actually, so then you guys just start playing like,
Dad joke.
Yes.
so they were wrapped and everyone had to open them one at a time and ours were numbered. Like we would work up to like the biggest gift.
Gotcha.
You're so pretty, by the way. Sorry to
Aw.
interrupt. You're so
so
pretty.
nice.
Dad already said that earlier. I mean, not
Not
to
to
Abby.
her.
Okay, I was like, that's weird.
No, that's funny.
They were numbered. I don't know because it was like all the attention was on the person opening
No,
them.
now we did that at both grandmas when
But
we
it's
did it
not
with the aunts and
your
uncles.
Christmas morning gifts.
Everything was wrapped, and we each took a turn. Yeah, each person got their pile in front of them with wrapped, and each one, and we all sat there and watched each one do it. And I know, especially our brother-in-laws were like, "I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah,
this is taking
it does
forever."
take a long time.
Did you think that the first time?
Yeah, I liked having that opportunity where the kids would be at the top of the stairs at our house. We do this every Christmas. Film up at the top of the stairs and have them come down and see their faces. And I would
That
film
was
them
cool.
coming down the stairs, make that turn, and go, Look at all this stuff.
Thank you to Liquid IV for sponsoring this portion of today's episode. Liquid IV is key for getting your hydration, and I know how hard that can be when you're going from place to place, especially around the holidays. It feels like you're traveling a lot and you're doing so many things that are outside of your normal routine, and it's really easy to forget to hydrate yourself. And Liquid IV makes hydration really fun and also easy. All you do is you tear, you pour, you live more. That's what they say, and it's actually so true.
I'll be honest, I kind of forget that it's like actually good for you because I kind of drink it.
I treat it like a treat too. I'm like, it's like an afternoon treat. It's refreshing and hydrating, and it's actually really, really good for you.
And then you can feel good for yourself. Like afterwards, you're like, wow, I just did something good for my body.
Powered by LIV Hydroscience, an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients that turns ordinary water into extraordinary hydration, 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, and always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. You literally just pour one stick into 16 ounces of water, and it hydrates better than water alone. Tastes amazing. I love their sugar-free options too. They have a sugar-free raspberry melon and rainbow sherbet. I'm telling you, there's so many delicious ones. So stay hydrated through the holidays with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code UNPLANNED at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code UNPLANNED at liquidiv.com. You guys, also Liquid IV would make an amazing stocking stuffer, so definitely use that code and stick it in your loved one's stocking.
Yes.
Did you have like we spend this much on each kid, or was it like a number of gifts thing?
Well, Teresa handled that like 90% of it. Every once in a while, I would blow the budget and get something that I wanted them to have, and she would know about it.
Like an iPad?
What?
Like an iPad? Is that you?
I gave you I guess I gave you guys an iPad.
That was
one
like
year.
15 years ago, but yeah.
15 years?
Yeah. So, I wanted to blow the budget and get my stuff. But Teresa's a very good shopper. She would buy things in advance, and she likes to have that bargain, and that's her thrill. So I didn't want to take that from her. But I would be more of an impulse person going, oh my gosh, look at this. This would be great.
We would be broke if it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr.
I would be asking for money at the curb if it wasn't for Teresa.
No, I don't mean that. No, I mean it wasn't an exact number amount, but around. And then some things were to share. Like you got the drum set, which was mainly for you, but obviously you could share it with your brothers. But so and then I would, if somebody looked like they had a lot and somebody didn't, I'd get a couple little things that made it look better.
I think they're just gonna share so much. I already bought like our kids all their Christmas. I'm so excited this year, and I feel like we just had like a budget amount, but then I was like, it really is just gonna go to shared gifts.
Yes, that's the good thing.
Yeah.
What was your favorite gift you ever got as a child?
We actually have a question kind of like that coming up. So sorry, we're gonna wait
blow
over there.
You think you're in charge
He
here?
can take over the interview.
We're gonna let my dad take over the interview.
I have an answer.
Okay, all right.
My dog. We got Max for Christmas. It was so sweet.
What kind of dog was it?
He's a Bichon. You met Max, my little white dog.
Yeah.
Have I?
He passed when I was in college.
Oh,
but
too bad.
Yeah.
I could still cry about it.
Mine would probably be my stage that you guys made for me, or Dad, you built for me.
Oh my gosh, that went from one thing to another.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that in the past, but for those that didn't know about it, Matt wanted to sing a dance, so I just put a piece of plywood on the ground because he had colored our brand new carpeting with permanent marker, and after he got that out, he said I wanted a stage, so I was creating a stage with his markers. So I put a plywood on the ground, and I could use color on that plywood. He goes, no, I want it to make a noise. So then I put it on a frame of 2x4s so they could dance. He goes, no,
so you
I
could
want
tap.
curtains.
You could
So then
hear
I
it.
ended up getting some help from a friend of mine, helped create these curtains with a drawstring so I could say, now the show, and everything would open up like this. And he goes, but I want dressing rooms on both sides because so it became a big, huge ordeal. So it started off with marking up the floor to plywood, to framing, to frame, to curtains, to dressing room on both sides so people could go in and out to the back side, and we had lighting. It was a big deal, and I sold it for $150 like 10 years later or whatever.
And I was devastated.
Were you
And I could
sad?
see.
No, I was like in high
were-
school. I was in high school. I didn't care about the stage anymore. I was
Oh,
way
he had
over
graduated. He was already
Yeah, I
at
was
uni.
done. No, but I do want to thank you guys though for doing that, because I think as a kid I had so many crazy ideas, and I was always putting on shows and convincing my cousins to be in whatever show I was directing that day for whatever holiday we were celebrating. And you guys really encouraged me to do what I loved, and that's part of the reason that I get to do what I do today. So
Well,
thank
great.
you. Like
We
that's
gotta
why. That's
find
why
those-
we have the show.
we
This is
gotta
a show.
find those
This is
old
all
videos.
because of us.
We got to find those old videos when you were a little kid and you were
Cute.
doing all these dances and stuff. And he would have his cousins and they'd give him different things to say and direct everything. It was a lot of fun.
Cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I realized, like, I don't know if it was this year or a couple years ago, but I was like, why do I have so much fun, like, making, like, content on the internet? And I'm like, I think it's just because I enjoyed, like, creating things as a kid. And it's just, like, using that same part of your brain to
And-
do it as an adult is, like, so fun.
And you had a container of clothes to dress up and, dress people in. And
Yeah.
my favorite memory would be like I was like 6 and my grandma and grandpa gave Cindy and I, they weren't real fur, they were fake fur fancy coats. So we had these
yeah.
little coats and we thought we were so special with
That's
these.
cute.
Yeah, we felt like I just had never had anything so nice or fancy. So
That's really sweet.
it was fun for
Dad,
my
what
grandma.
about you? What was your favorite gift ever?
My dad didn't like to hunt or fish, but for some reason I really wanted to hunt fish. So mine was probably either my first shotgun when I was in 8th grade or a air hockey table that he got my brother and I when I was probably about 6th grade. Those are probably my 2 biggest and favorite gifts.
That's really sweet.
Cool.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. And as far as the day of opening gifts, I feel like I like opening gifts on Christmas Day. Obviously, you can't pick and choose. Sometimes you have holiday
Right.
celebrations with different parts of the
You
family.
didn't even tell your parents.
What? I didn't even tell them what. Oh, we're going to be home for Christmas. We're going to be home for Christmas.
We're coming back on.
No, you didn't
Yeah.
tell us.
Yay.
Literally,
Oh
right after that call, I was sitting on the phone. We did not intend to tell you this on the podcast, by the way.
Yay!
We were.
Don't let me hang it.
I didn't want them to come back.
He is kidding. Oh my
We
gosh.
right after we got off the phone on Sunday, I was like, Matt, let's just move our flight. We'll pretend that Christmas Eve is the 23rd with the kids. They won't know any different, and then we'll
That's
pretend
a
that the
great
24th
idea.
Aw,
is Christmas.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Just-
so, like, our new tradition will probably be, we've talked about this, like, we wake up at our house on Christmas morning and then fly,
Yeah.
but we probably wouldn't be there until, like,
Later.
But,
That's awesome.
I think that'd be a fun tradition for the kids. Like,
Yeah.
I loved flying as a kid. I think they would think that's so fun to, like, get to take one present on the plane and, like,
Yeah.
have that be part of their tradition. They go back to their grandparents' house.
Awesome. Well,
But-
thank you.
So we're
Awesome.
pretending,
We're
looking forward
we're
to seeing
pretending the
it.
23rd is Christmas Eve at our house and
Yeah.
then switching it all around.
Well, that's what I was going to say. In our day, everybody lived by each other.
Yeah.
And you could do that. Now that doesn't happen. So I don't think it matters the day. I get with the question, what you think you should, and it's Christmas Day. But I think it's more important to spend a day with this family and a day with this family. Whatever day that is, we don't care. So just to
Yeah.
be together and not be rushed is what's important.
Yeah.
Some grandmas, mine years ago, they wanted it that day, and one had to be lunch and one had to be dinner. It was like, that's a lot. It's nice if you can spread it out.
Yeah.
What is the worst gift you ever received?
I try to put
Holiday
that
hot
stuff.
takes, people.
I try to put that stuff out of my brain. I can't even think of.
I can't remember what that would have been.
I'm thinking of something. I can't say it on the podcast though, because I don't want the person to hear about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
I don't
you
wanna
can't.
hurt. I don't want to
Right.
hurt their feelings.
No.
I know what you're
I
saying.
do
not
not.
do
You know
that.
what it is?
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't
yeah,
do it.
that's
I can't
not.
say
No,
it.
Don't do it.
I can't
sort of
say
say
it.
like, you've never gotten me a vacuum and like hit it, sister, or something. You know what I mean? Like, he's never done that. I mean, you've never given me. Some women get like stuff for the house and they're like, "What the heck? I didn't want this."
Yeah, somebody
yeah.
told me never give your wife anything that has to be plugged in.
Oh. Wait,
as
really?
As a rule of thumb, yeah. 'Cause
Wait, why?
It's not like a vacuum sweeper. My dad gave my mom a vacuum sweeper one year for Christmas.
Was she so mad?
What the heck is this? And as a kid, I was like, hey, we got a new vacuum. But later on, I was like, that was not a good gift.
Okay, actually though, I feel like I can see where that would work for some people, but Abby literally would be so stoked if I got her a stand mixer because she was saying she
I
saw
started
some
to
really
say,
cute stand
if it's
mixers.
something you wanted.
Yeah. That's
The fact that
different.
you know that. But what does it look like, the one that I want?
You want the really cute one. Is it green? Is it Christmassy? It's green, right?
And it
Sage
has,
green.
The bowl is it's
like
like an
a-
evergreen.
but
the
it's
bowl
like
is
a
wood.
Yes, that I was about to
But
say
you
that.
That's it.
see, someone like her uses that, and it's important to her.
And
you know.
she told me that too. She
Yeah.
was like, I want this, and she's like, I don't actually need it. I just think it looks pretty, because we do have a stand mixer. But
Or let's say some woman wants a fancy coffee machine, a coffee that does 4 or 5 things.
Yeah.
That's a good gift. But I mean, sometimes you hear women saying, I got a blender or something I didn't want. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, I got lucky. Teresa does not really care too much for jewelry. She's
I thought
not
you were going to say
into it.
doesn't cook.
So you get her a Marshall's gift card.
She doesn't really need to have real expensive jewelry or anything like that. Well, I know some women really like that. And of course, she looks beautiful in anything she has. But yeah, she never really had a need for a bunch of jewelry. So
Why do you like Marshalls so much, Mom? Is it the deals? Is
Yeah.
it just you get a good deal on
she
everything?
loves to find value. Yeah.
This sweater. No.
She could tell you
I
about
like that
every
sweater.
piece of clothing that she has, pretty much spot on
I
how
don't
much she saved.
try. I don't
Yes.
try.
Can you
and
tell-
any gift she's ever received, she knows who gave it to her.
Can you tell people about the crazy deals that you find after Christmas? Because you love shopping the day after Christmas. You come home with all this stuff. Why is that? Do you get like a crazy dopamine hit when you
I
find
do.
stuff
I think
90%
it's a drug.
off?
Since I don't know how drugs feel, that's what like after Christmas the next day, I loved it, especially when you went to school, you guys at St. John, the Christmas store, we would buy the gifts the day after Christmas, 75% off or 90. Some places had them 90. And that was so much fun because Dad liked it. I wasn't spending our money. It was the school money.
money,
But
yeah.
then I was saving them money. Anyway, buy all those. And then the next Christmas, the kids shop for their siblings and
That's
their
cute.
parents.
Yeah, so that program was a really big hit. So
And we made money and the kids saved tons of money.
The
You know what
moms
I
would go
mean?
shopping the day after Christmas, find all these great bargains at pennies on the dollar,
Mm-hmm.
and they would just store it for the year, and we would all get together and help store the stuff. They'd get it out, and the kids would come to the store
To shop for their families.
for their siblings and
Yeah,
their
it
parents
was
and
so
extended
cute.
family, and the ladies would help them
And
get all
they
stuff
loved
together.
it. I mean, there's
Oh, yeah.
preschoolers
These
there
little
shopping
kids.
too.
I
And they
did
see
that.
the value of $1. It's like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, $5. I got $20 to spend. Help me shop.
I did that, Matt, at Awana's on Wednesday nights in the basement of Calvary Baptist Church.
Oh my God.
And I remember just trying to shop. I've had a hard time shopping for my dad since I was literally 5 at Calvary Baptist Church. I remember I got my dad a necktie. When has my dad ever worn a necktie?
Never seen
Well-
your... Wait, I might have seen your dad wear a tie at the wedding you went to.
I'm sure it was a hideous tie. And that's
Yeah.
a core memory I have. I was just like, I don't know what to get Dad. I got Blake. I got Mom. I'm like, Dad.
I would always
Dad.
get you things that said dad.
Best dad. Yeah.
And as a dad, now that you are, no matter what you get from your kids, you're happy.
happy.
Oh,
So
And you want
yeah.
to see the kids get all excited. So
Yeah.
even though you already have 20 ties, you go, oh my gosh, this is awesome, man. And he's like,
Yeah.
"Ugh," all giddy. And it was fun seeing the kids
Cute.
get excited about you opening up the gifts from them.
But it's funny you say that. That was the hardest thing for us to find is stuff for grown men, dads.
Yeah.
So if you found anything, you got a ton of it because
You can't have the kids get them beer.
No. It's not a a
That's what
church
they
at a
really
Christian school. Here's your beer.
That's what Blake would tell my mom. He'd be like, Mom, can you get beer for Dad for me to get him for Christmas?
Oh my God.
That's actually hilarious.
But my
Yeah.
mom would dress it up like reindeer. So it's like a 6-pack, but she put a little red nose
That's
and
cute.
antlers on
Oh.
it. So it's
that's
like a little
sweet.
sleigh of beer.
Sleigh
Man,
of
that's one of
beer.
those things that you look back on and you're like,
That was messed up.
that was messed up in a way.
What is everyone's biggest holiday pet peeve? I'm gonna go first.
Okay,
This is
good.
I got a bone to pick with you, Mom.
Oh.
My mother would make the most gourmet desserts for our neighbors and friends and everyone. So nice, like chocolate covered this, white chocolate covered that. Like go
Gourmet.
all out. Our house smelled incredible.
think I ever made
And
anything
then guess
gourmet.
what? She wouldn't let us eat any of it. We just had to sit there and smell it,
Not even a bite.
and it was like torture.
Okay, well, you're exaggerating a little bit, I think. I've never made anything gourmet in my life.
Okay, but you made like the white chocolate bark. What was it called? The bark.
Trash or whatever. Yeah, you
Yeah.
put, what is that? With the, I don't
Powdered
know.
sugar on top
Well,
of
that's muddy
baked
Muddy
something.
Buddies or something. But I've gotten better. You want to know why?
You've gotten better.
Like, yeah, now that you're all gone, I learned, like, I was going to make this pumpkin bread for work. We had a Thanksgiving gathering, and I'm like, no, I'll make the muffins so I can leave Dad a couple and no one knows. See, when you make like a cake
Yes,
or
yes.
a brownie or something, you know what I mean? You can't cut a piece out. But now I'm doing individual so I can share the love.
That's
Right?
very thoughtful. of you.
Yummy for my tummy.
My dad taught our kids. Griffin says "yummy my tummy" all the time because of you, Dad.
Yep. And my
That's so
tummy's
funny.
got bigger because of all this food I'm eating.
Well, anyway, I'm sorry about
It's okay.
that.
I forgive you, Mom.
Yeah,
Still
you
love
didn't
ya.
starve to death.
All right.
Yeah.
Next pet peeve.
No, you guys
I
didn't have.
have to be honest.
What's your pet peeve,
I
babe?
have to be honest.
What is it?
I don't like white elephants.
That's
Oh,
okay.
I'm
man.
sorry.
I don't like eating crap. I don't
So
want
there's
stuff that I
different
don't
levels of white elephant.
Yeah, I like my favorite things thing because you're like getting stuff that you're most likely like gonna use. I like that. That's like a fun one. But when it's like things I'm like not gonna use, I'm like, oh man, I don't know what to do with this. Mm-hmm. It kind of
Yeah.
stresses. It's like, oh, I gotta find a place to put it, and then I gotta
Okay,
take
so
it.
they spent money on it, white elephant. Because John's
Yeah.
family, it's so
We call it
bad,
past the
it's
trash.
past the trash.
Yeah.
It's stuff you got in your house that you don't want and you think somebody might want it.
I hate that game. Pass the trash.
might be
you think
a
I
little
want?
worse.
I literally
That's what
take
I'm
whatever
saying.
I get and I put it in the trash. Okay,
I
not
know.
really. I probably donate
No,
it,
but
still.
some of his family fight over.
The trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin got romaine noodles. Is that what it's ramen
Ramen.
noodles?
Ramen noodles.
And she was so excited about the ramen noodles, and somebody else stole the ramen noodles, and she broke
they
down
Porter?
and cried. Her name is.
Don't tell the name.
Well, I can just say Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Sarah's pretty
Sarah
general.
still
Yeah.
gets teased by the family because she broke down and had a big fit that somebody took her ramen
But she was
noodles.
also like 5
The
years old. when
pickings
that
were
happened.
slim, probably.
Yeah.
In the past the trash.
So every year now, somebody
I-
brings ramen noodles because of that.
Thank you to Haya for sponsoring this portion of today's episode.
Our son loves Haya. Every time he is like sad or something, because he likes Haya so much, he'll be like, medicine, mama.
Medicine.
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 Because he just like, he doesn't really know the word vitamins yet. So I guess in his mind, it's like medicine. But it's great. Haya is amazing because not only does it taste good, but it's not full of all the sugars and additives that a lot of other kids' vitamins are full of.
Yes, typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. They're filled with 5 grams of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy junk that growing kids should never eat. That's why they created Haya. It's pediatrician approved. It's a super powered chewable vitamin formulated with the help of nutritional experts. It's pressed with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies, then supercharged with 15 essential vitamins and minerals. Haya fills in the most common gaps in children's diets to provide the full body nourishment our kids need with a yummy taste they love, and they sure do love it. Also,
Yeah.
they make it super fun. They involve the kids in the process of getting their daily vitamins because they send it in these really nice glass reusable Haya vitamin containers, and they send adorable little sticker sheets so your kid can personalize it, get involved, and they have a lot of fun with it. And you can experience the same multivitamin that more than 1 million kids and parents love. They're now available in Barbie Pink with limited edition Barbie unboxing experience, including Barbie bottles and Barbie stickers. So cute. And we've worked out a special deal with Haya for their best-selling children's vitamin. Receive 50% off your first order. To claim the deal, you must go to hiyahealth.com/unplanned. This deal is not available on the regular website. Go to hiyahealth.com/unplanned and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults. Last year for Pass the Trash, I got toilet paper.
At our house?
That was a good one because
Okay,
it had
because you could use it.
because it had a purpose. It was like printed though, like there was poop emojis on it. But like other times we've gotten like paperweights or like I don't think we have any use for paperweights. I think we got a VHS one year.
Okay,
We don't
won't,
have a VHS player.
we
Yeah,
won't
we
use
don't.
any names, but one of your cousins, when we're having it again, the Howard extended family, and he said, "This is the highlight of my year. I love your party. You know, thanks for inviting me." And he said, "I already have a ton of trash.
50
ready."
items.
50.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
So
This is a nightmare.
I want to give him his names, but his
That's what I said.
initials are Joe Howard.
Stop!
Wait, what?
That is a nightmare.
So my cousin Joe does not have a cell phone, doesn't have an answer machine, so he's
we
never
can
gonna
roast
hear
him
about
on this
this.
podcast.
We can
He'll
roast
never
Oh
him.
hear
my
about it.
gosh,
And
no.
I can send a
Let's just
picture
hope-
to everybody, see what he
That's
looks
not
like.
nice.
Let's hope that he doesn't have any friends to tell him about.
He has
Yeah.
no
You
friends.
roasting. Oh my god.
Okay, this is bad. This is Pass the Trash is actually not my favorite. But it's fun to have the event of it if I can just leave
The
the,
little
trash
kids
at your
like
house.
it. The little kids like it.
So we have a friend's Christmas party every year. We've done it for almost 30 years, you know, and some people say that's the highlight of their
Yeah.
Christmas.
That's cute.
And it's
But
it's
it's
white
gag gifts,
elephant.
yeah.
It's white elephant, but it's better white elephants. I mean, some people buy them, and some people, a lot of them come recycled from the year before. Like, you know, we've had the singing fish.
Poop knife.
Someone brought a poop
A
knife.
poop knife?
I never heard of such a thing.
What is that? I've never even.
So
heard
if
that.
you have such a big deposit,
No.
flush, you cut the
No.
using the knife to cut it. And I
No.
thought this is not true, but you can go on Amazon and buy a poop knife.
No.
Google it.
Your dad was Googling white
I wish I could
elephant
delete
gifts
that
the other
information
day.
from my brain right now.
That's too much.
It was clean though. I looked at it.
Yeah, it's brand new, it's never been used, but the box says poop knife on it.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
No. See, yeah, that's not my favorite tradition.
Okay, and then a lot of times people go to Goodwill to buy stuff to bring. Like sometimes they brought paint, real paintings. They're painted. This one was like an Olympic
Oh, from
girl.
Jeff?
Yeah, she was like in the
Oh,
That
clowns.
one went around
Clowns. Jeff does not like clowns, our friend. So somebody usually has some type of clown. And
Emma's dad.
Yeah, he does not like clowns. He's like
and
horrified.
his
of clowns.
mom, just to petrify him, like would buy him clowns all the time. So we would just get all these clowns. You know how some clowns
That's so
are really
mean.
scared.
You know those
That's so
Halloween movies they have with the clown type stuff that's after the kids?
Oh, one year there was this stuffed duck
Yes.
in a frame. Okay,
Steve had rental
this was
property
like a
and somebody
$500
left.
frame.
And the guy was like kicked
drug
out,
dealer?
a drug dealer.
A
And they-
$500
Yes.
frame?
So tell him why.
You
and
guys
they
won the
had
frame.
this duck hanging on a wall, and he goes, "I know there's cocaine in that thing."
So it was a wooden, very nice wood frame and this domed glass, with the real duck stuffed in it.
Oh my gosh.
And people fought over that.
Yeah, but nobody ever took it apart, and it disappeared. It's never.
And he
showed up
swore
again.
there were drugs in the duck.
and he was just making it up. But anyway, that's
That
just
is
Steve.
funny.
You guys go too hard at your pass the trash
We're old.
friends.
It's fun.
Friends thing.
We
It's
just come
fun.
up with creative things, just to say.
Well, you guys, I think Joe Biden had a slip of words or something a few years back, and I remember seeing a T-shirt from one of your friends
Oh,
brought
yeah,
to it
yeah,
that
yeah.
said "Merry Fourth of
Still-
Easter"
Yeah.
with Joe's face on it,
Yeah.
and I was like, "You guys are
Still
brutal.
got it.
You guys go hard,
They
man."
go hard.
Somebody
got it.
brought
Well, somebody
that.
brought a bobcat or something to it too, right? Or that no,
No,
your
that's
dad,
Grandpa, yeah.
Your dad had a bobcat, a stuffed bobcat.
I'm not
Yeah,
even sure
Teresa's
that's
dad
legal.
would go to estate sales and buy these things at estate sales.
Is that stuffed bobcat still in your
Yes,
basement?
he won't let me get rid of it.
I like
What
it.
is he going to do with
Sell
the
it.
stuff?
Why do you
will
guys have that?
I will sell it. I will sell it.
When?
But
What do we need with the stuffed
I
bobcat?
like it. It was a good conversation piece. Did you have that at school or just Caleb?
Caleb did.
What?
It's a coffee table.
he put Christmas lights
He
inside
took it
it.
to school. He had it in
Caleb
his
borrowed
apartment.
the stuffed bobcat
did.
and brought
You know how
it
you
to
had
college.
Grandpa's longhorn thing?
He had the
Yeah,
bobcat.
I had the horns.
Yeah, Caleb had the bobcat.
Oh my god.
But he didn't give away the bobcat like you gave away the horns.
People are gonna think we're like redneck. Like,
We are.
We're not. I have a big dead deer in my office.
oh my gosh.
Head. No, I really don't have that many pet peeves. I don't know of anything. They had their pet peeves about
Yeah.
white
It's,
elephant.
it's okay if you wanna sit this one out. It's okay.
I
Mom.
think we've talked enough. Yeah.
Okay.
My biggest thing is we fight before every party we throw. And after everybody's gone, she's like, "Wasn't that great? That worked out so great." I'm like, "You forgot how mean and rude you were to me the whole time. No matter how well we plan, it's always a fight." She gets stressed out. She starts fighting.
Exaggerating a little bit. Okay.
I love you.
So we agree we want to have parties, we want to have people over, because it helps us to clean and get rid of piles of stuff that you just let pile up.
Yep.
And then but it's stressful.
Yeah.
It can be
I
stressful.
It's
feel
like
like
on
if
a
you could
flight
just
out
like
here, you
slip
were-
some CBD into Mom's coffee on Easter Sunday or something, I think that would do the trick. Mom would be so chill.
Even on a flight out here, she was stressing out. And then
Oh
the
my
TSA,
gosh, I was not.
she was having her luggage pulled to the side, and the lady said, "There's something in your
No,
luggage."
she asked me and I did not lie.
And
she
you
said,
have
"Is there
weapons in
anything
here?"
sharp or that could cut?"
Wait, you had weapons in your luggage,
No,
is what you're
she
wait
saying.
had-
a second.
She had a
Wait,
Just
plastic.
listen,
let's hear the
listen.
story. Let's hear it from my mom.
I said, "No, I have nothing sharp." Well, then they opened it up, and there was a kid's cooking set that I got Griffin because I know he likes to cook, and it had 3 fake knives in there that are plastic that you can literally go like this, and it won't even show a mark. It's for like dough or
So you were
whatever.
trying to bring knives
So
through
she had to get her
TSA.
manager
Weapons.
and she
Weapons.
was.
That's what
I
she
was like,
said,
"They
weapons.
don't cut. They
Ma'am,
can't even."
you cannot bring weapons or anything that looks like a weapon. And I'm laughing, and I'm wanting to videotape it, but I knew I'd be arrested.
Is
So I
that
just
rude?
sat there, and
He is
Josh and I
laughing
were
at
looking
me.
at each other, and Teresa was just commenting on how her mom flew a few
No,
months ago,
I didn't.
and she had like air spray and like water and stuff that you can't bring in. And Teresa just got done saying, "Mom, you don't have anything?" Nope. And she had all this stuff in her belongings.
Anyway.
And Teresa was just saying how I can't believe my mom. And then here she's got weapons.
I did not have weapons. So I said they can't even cut. And then the guy's like, well, if they're a replica of a real, they were like
Really?
blue and yellow and green. Yeah.
It
So-
doesn't make any sense though, because you can bring a plastic knife from Chick-fil-A onto a
Exactly.
flight, right? So
Exactly.
how is that any different than a plastic knife, a part of a kid's cooking
that's a
set?
good point.
That doesn't actually make any sense. Like I can understand.
Well, but you bought it in.
it still doesn't make any sense.
The
though.
airport.
It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like they sell pocket knives at the airport
Like you can
lounge.
you can bring something that's more than 3 ounces if you bought it in the airport.
Oh,
Yeah, like
really?
I can understand. Look,
Yeah.
I
I
can
didn't know
understand
that.
them wanting to
Check it out.
inspect your weapon, or
Yeah.
your weapon, the kids' kitchen set, right?
Yeah.
But like, if it's not sharp, can't they have some sort of like cut test or something?
I know.
Where they just make sure it's not sharp, because maybe look, like if there was a
No, if it's a rule that you can't have a replica, then
I
But
know.
like, look, if something was in the packaging and they couldn't tell if it was actually sharp or not, maybe the test would be, okay, we have to throw away this knife, or you have to ship it to yourself because we don't know if this is actually a weapon. But if it's not in the packaging, why can't they just
I know.
make sure it's
Well,
not
they
sharp?
offered to check the luggage, but it would have cost us $40 to check in a $1 gift.
And we know that mom spent 50
No way
cents
she
on
gonna
that.
do
No,
that.
it wasn't that cheap. But
Really?
anyway,
How much-
they took the 3 knives out, and I still have the rest of the set.
Where do you get the gifts for our kids, by the way? Because I know you're a
Don't-
frugal queen.
Doesn't
But I feel
matter.
like this could be helpful though for women out there that are trying to get a deal. Like, is there a specific store? Are you going to
No.
like resale shops? Like
GW.
Sometimes-
Have you ever heard of GW?
sometimes-
Goodwill? Is Goodwill the spot?
Sometimes. This was from Temu, which
she's been really into Timu.
if that's how you pronounce it. That's how my friends pronounce it.
There is an SNL skit actually about Temu where they I haven't seen it, but I heard people talking about it because they were getting wrecked for essentially, I don't know, not paying their workers well, because I think they operate out of some
China.
developing countries. But I want to say, I haven't seen the SNL skit, but I think people were saying that you would see all these people so happy and they have their Temu, and then you cut to the factory workers that are like,
That's sad.
That's terrible.
You're bringing us
That's
down.
terrible.
That's
I
so
have only
sad.
ordered there a couple times because I feel guilty. Yeah, I feel bad that it's not American made. But then you pick up anything of ours, and it
Yeah.
says China on the
Well, think
bottom.
about it. Santa had helpers, right? Little elves. They're taking advantage of little elves to make gifts for your kids, and they're acting like all joyful.
That is a weird-
And they're tiny little elves that are having to work all year.
You have a
so
really
your
good
little
point.
kid can have like blocks to play with.
yeah, how screwed up is that? Is that the story
Who
of Santa
came up
Claus
with that stuff?
is about exploiting elves?
Yeah.
right.
Little people.
It's an American tradition. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
we
why
just-
would you do that?
Maybe we just shouldn't think about that one too much.
No.
But back to Temu though.
I've only ordered from them like 3 times because I feel guilty.
yeah.
You got stuff for John's party. You got stuff for our kids.
Yeah.
Didn't you get clothes there one time?
I've never gotten clothes. I've had friends get clothes. Me personally. Oh, I've gotten him clothes. Like his Papa
shirts.
and Papa hats. And they're so reasonable. Very
Yeah.
reasonable.
All right. Next question.
Would you ever dress up as Mr. or Mrs. Claus? Dad, have you been Santa?
Well, he should be.
No. See what I deal with?
You were just making fun of me a minute ago, and half of it wasn't even true.
I'm
No,
gonna be
I
Santa
wouldn't
someday.
mind. That would be fine.
I would actually,
She would
I
do
would
it.
crack the frick
I would
up
do
if
it.
if you dress up as Santa Claus, Dad. That'd be so funny.
Maybe I should do that.
I feel like you'd really like it too. I think
Oh,
you'd
yeah.
have a fun time doing
Well,
it.
yeah, I like getting into character.
You're so fun.
Yeah.
You are fun.
So maybe we should do that.
Can
But
we
then
see your
Mr.
Santa
and
would
Mrs.
fall
Claus?
asleep on the couch.
That's right.
5 minutes later.
Give him one cookie.
I want to see that movie Bad Santa.
One cookie and milk.
Who was in that movie Bad Santa?
I don't know.
Oh, my
We
gosh.
Never watched it.
I started to watch it, but I got yelled at for watching it.
Why do you think that's below you? What
What?
did you mean to be Santa and Mrs. Claus? Like,
I just thought it'd be kind of cute because you
Yeah,
guys are the
we would do
grandparents,
it.
and I think Griffin and Augie would freak out if
They would recognize
Santa
my
Claus-
voice.
Okay, well,
Griffin
they're
would.
so young though; they probably wouldn't even. I don't know if you.
I could try.
If you were. Oh, I wanted to hear your best
They
ho
would
ho ho.
know.
Can you give us your best ho ho ho?
Oh my gosh. Ho, ho, ho.
That's pretty good.
That was awesome.
I got a little deeper. Ho, ho, ho.
That's just that's
I got to work
inappropriate.
on
I
that.
think Griffin would know. Augie might not, but Griffin is smarty pants.
I feel like Augie would try to rip off the beard. He always rips off glasses off your face. He would rip off the
Well,
beard.
if you had food on you, he'd definitely rip
He
it
would
off.
find the food, find the cookies.
We took the kids to this place where you can feed the animals. We had so much fun with the boys. Oh my gosh, it was a lot of fun. Feeding the goats
yeah.
and feeding the, oh my gosh.
The craziest thing I think is Augie had 2 big carrots. So
You're
Abby
supposed to
goes,
give it to the goat.
yeah, he's like, buy the big ones so they don't, bite their
Yeah.
hands off. Don't get the little ones. So he had 2 big
Oh my
ones.
gosh.
Instead, he just goes, start eating them.
He ate both the carrots.
Augie can down
Part of
some
the-
food.
He
Yeah,
gets
he
it
can.
from me.
He can eat. He probably eats as much as you, Mom. Like Augie, like
Yeah, he's
for a
feeding
little
a goat
kid,
a carrot while he's eating the other carrot. That's pretty cute.
He's so cute.
it's just. I'm like, I don't know how. Like he'll eat his dinner, and then if Griffin doesn't want to eat his dinner that night, or Griffin's acting up, Augie will just eat Griffin's dinner.
Yeah,
too.
You gotta watch out.
that's
All right.
okay.
We
What
got to go
is
to
your-
take pictures.
What? No, I think we got some time.
No, we don't.
It seems like you don't want to be here, Dad. There's something. Do you have something
My
you want to
attention
talk through
deficit
right now?
is kicking in, and my energy drink is kicking in.
Oh my gosh.
I thought of a Christmas memory of a gift I got my dad. One year, did I tell you the story about the Grinch boxers? Speaking of weird, like we got my dad beer and boxers for Christmas.
BB.
But I was like 3, or I was probably 3.
Yeah.
At our old house, my parents talked about this for years. My mom had like involved me on this gift for my dad, and like I helped her wrap this pair of Grinch boxers because we loved the Grinch, and she thought it was funny to get him some Grinch boxers. And I like wrap it up with her, and then it had sat under the tree for a while, and I was like messing with the presents as a kid, and the paper started to tear, and I was like, Dad, don't look, you're gonna see your Grinch boxers.
Oh.
And like, I didn't understand that. I had just ruined the whole surprise. But then they would tell me that story every Christmas. They're like,
Oh,
Abby, you
cute.
remember when you were 3, you ruined the present, like
Oh.
telling me that. And so then we got my dad a pair of Grinch boxers, like for subsequent Christmases for
Oh, cute.
a long time.
Cute.
That is cute. My
Do you like
dad.
eggnog?
My dad.
That could be a holiday hot take. I don't
do-
actually really
Oh
like
yeah,
it.
hot take. Do we like eggnog? Yes or no?
I love it.
A shot, like a little bit. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
need
just
a
a
lot.
lot.
But that's the weird hot take is when you guys first started dating, I thought you loved it.
I like the
because-
Anderson Erickson kind.
That- yes.
Do they sell that here?
No, I've never even heard of that. Because you said Abby liked it when you had visited them for
Yeah.
Christmas, but it was just that one kind.
Yeah, not all eggnogs are created the same.
I got
No.
into it for a little bit, but I don't really care for it anymore.
Well, the Anderson Erickson kind is good, and if you have it with a latte too, it's kind of good.
Is that in Quincy or
it's
what?
so dense.
Where
though.
is that?
Like if I'm gonna have a
thick.
dessert, if I'm
You
gonna
have
have
to
a
almost
dessert,
chew it.
I like a lighter dessert. You know, like if I'm gonna
Yeah.
have cake, I want it to be like light and
Has-
fluffy and whipped cream on top. But if you have eggnog, it is just so much
a lot.
Yeah.
sweetness and
Yeah.
into one little
Has
shot.
anyone actually had fruitcake or figgy pudding?
What is figgy pudding? I don't even know
We'll
what that
bring
is.
them the figgy
I
pudding.
know the song, but I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what figgy. I mean, I'm guessing it's made with figs.
Yeah.
I've never had figgy.
Never had
pudding.
figgy pudding. Have you had fruitcake? I feel like that's something
Fruitcake,
John would like.
I
for
think I
some-
had
'Cause
fruitcake
he's
one
fruity.
year. I think I had
That
a
used to
piece
be a
of-
thing.
What?
I remember when I was little, we would get fruit cakes from people.
Really?
Ew.
And it's like they last a year, don't they?
Now,
What's-
tradition in my family was my Aunt Betty made gingerbreads. And
That's
she was
cute. Oh,
very
yeah.
well known
Oh
for
my
gingerbread.
God.
One year she decided to
Inappropriate.
make
Inappropriate.
anatomically correct gingerbread. So, I don't know, somebody got to the 3rd or 4th layer of the gingerbread and saw breast and other things
my
on the
gosh.
gingerbread. And I think my sister said, "Oh my gosh, look at this." And everybody cracked up because Betty was waiting for somebody to get down
She's
to that
a
level.
hoot. She's
and
a
she's
hoot.
gone now, but yeah, she would make these gingerbread and they're really good. And we would have these every year. And then one year she decided to make them anatomically correct.
People are gonna think our family's so weird.
It is. It's a
Well,
weird
it is.
family.
I mean, no, it's his side. His side.
Just my dad's side
Wait,
of the
that
family.
reminds us of the question. Thank you to Rocket Money for sponsoring this portion of today's episode.
Do you have unwanted subscriptions that you can't figure out how to cancel? Well, use Rocket Money because they make the process so easy because they do it for you. You don't have to do anything. Okay, I think you have to like tap a few buttons on the screen, but other than that, they do it for you. Sorry, I got like very passionate there because I get so annoyed whenever we have subscriptions that are unwanted and we can't can't get rid of them.
Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. I know we're entering a season where there's a lot of spending going on, and it can be really easy to lose track of that and get off of your budget goals. But Rocket Money is a very nice way to all in one place manage your money and kind of see, okay, we're spending a lot in this area. Maybe we can pull back in this area and kind of fluctuate and grow with you and your lifestyle and the season that you're in. Because obviously the holidays are a good time to spend a little bit more, but especially as we enter the new year too, you might want to monitor that a little bit more. Rocket Money makes it easy. And Rocket Money has over 5 million users that has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features.
Dang.
Something else cool that Rocket Money can do that we've utilized is negotiate your bills. I'm not even totally sure how they make this happen, but Rocket Money has lowered our home security system bill by like 20%. Stop wasting your money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/unplanned. That's rocketmoney.com/unplanned. rocketmoney.com/unplanned. What side of the family do you like celebrating with the most?
Oh, we can't say that.
Roasted and toasted. Oh yeah, actually,
Let's
that's
wait
really
a-
sad.
I know.
We can't.
I know.
That's so. But you don't want to make anybody sad.
No.
though,
That's
you
like
know?
saying,
You
do you
can
like
play the
Italian or Chinese?
Well,
Depends
No,
on
it's
your
like
palate.
saying-
saying pick a favorite child. You know, you
Yeah.
got You can't say that. You got to
could-
say you love all your kids. I mean, like we all know that I'm your
didn't
favorite
write the
child,
question.
right? We know that I'm the favorite, but like we got to pretend we like
Matt,
my
you are
older
not the
brother and
favorite
younger.
child.
I'm
No.
actually the least favorite child. My
No.
parents would never say that.
I mean, you
But like with my parents, it's
cause
like
the most heartache.
It's like, Matt, why don't you just be more like your older brother Caleb? Whatever he says is right. You know, like Caleb knows
We
all the
didn't
answers.
say-
When I was decorating the Christmas tree,
Hey, let's stay on the gingerbread a minute.
I had more ornaments that
Of
had
you.
Matthew's face on it than the other two boys
Dad
combined.
was putting
He
them
was
on.
the prettiest.
I feel like
He was the girl of the family.
I feel like the reason me and you butted heads so much growing up is probably because I'm a lot like you.
Ding, ding, ding.
Wait, I want to hear your thing about the gingerbread.
So we're always kidding, like, oh, you're a Christian family. They're like, don't let Teresa see these, with the
yeah.
male.
Are you laughing or choking? I can't tell if you're laughing.
male-
Oh, you're choking. Oh my gosh, she's choking everybody. Abby.
The male body parts on the gingerbread man.
That's shocking.
And the female. So you're like 2 and Caleb's like 4 and everybody's like trying to hide him from me and you. And then they're like, oh, look, the boys saw him, and you're like all excited. You're like, look at these, so they were just laughing.
We got to be careful with
I
this.
hope nobody ate them.
You guys know how this works now. People will clip podcasts and then make you look a certain way just from the clip. We got to be careful with what you're saying because it's like
I'm
it's
in
crazy.
trouble.
It's like the next viral video is gonna be like the father that didn't want to celebrate Father's Day would make anatomically correct gingerbread men as a child.
Scarred his family for life.
Oh,
No,
God.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like Blake Lively gave her kid a boob cake for his first birthday.
Oh my God.
That's what he liked.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
hilarious.
But then we started getting with Betty every year and making those gingerbread. Remember, we would go
We
to her
would.
house and make them.
She loved that.
Yeah.
She thought that was so fun that we'd come over there and make gingerbread with her.
That's
We need to,
cute.
we need to preface who Aunt Betty is because people are like, why does your Aunt Betty? By the way, it's my great Aunt Betty. 'Cause
Correct.
It was my dad's aunt.
Yes.
Yes.
But the reason she was this way, she was hilarious, was because she was a Marine. Like she wasn't your typical lady back in the. I
Oh
think
my
she
gosh.
was born in the 40s, right?
There
Was
were
she born
so
in the
many-
30s or 40s?
Well, my
She
dad was
served-
34, so she was born before the 40s. She was born in the probably
Wow.
28.
So then she served in
Or
the
30.
Marines
Yes.
as a woman back
In the
Yeah,
day.
World-
my
was
dad
it in
born
World War II?
34.
Did she serve
yeah.
in World War II?
Yeah, because my Uncle Buzz was born in 24, and he was the second oldest. Margaret was 22, so Betty was like born like 28, something like
Wow.
She was a
Unreal.
tough cookie.
Yeah.
A tough gingerbread cookie.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
It's very sweet, though. And we would go on vacation with it. Like,
Yeah.
we went to Destin, Santa Rosa Beach with them.
that. Yeah, the stuff she
probably
would do was
5
legendary.
Summers.
So
Yeah.
my cousin Cheryl tells a story that she went over to see Betty for some reason, and Betty opens up the door and just flashes her for no reason at all. Just flashes her. Hey, Cheryl, what? Just to get her reaction. Yeah, she would do stuff like that. Yeah, that's my Aunt Betty. Yeah,
That's Aunt
she
Betty.
oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Anyway.
Well, we miss you, Aunt Betty.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was
She was
a
awesome.
lot of fun.
She was
Yeah.
awesome. Guys, what is your guilty pleasure Christmas movie? Four Christmases. I think Four Christmases
That was
is
actually
hilarious.
really
I
funny.
love that
so
movie.
funny.
Now, my classic that's just gives me chills, warm and fuzzy, is It's a Wonderful Life.
Aw.
And you guys used to have to watch it with me. And
Hated
it was
that movie.
okay if it was after we would call it Christmas week, Christmas to New Year's, because usually you were off and I was off, and it's still beautiful. And a lot of times as parents, you're very busy before Christmas getting all the gifts, getting all the food, but once Christmas is over, you can relax and enjoy. So then that's when I would make you guys watch the movie with me. But I love Four Christmases. I love that.
That one's good. Let me tell you, there's a new one on Netflix
Oh no.
that it's like mostly Hallmark vibes, the whole movie, except there's one crazy scene. It's called Hot Frosty. Have you seen that advertised?
I saw it advertised.
Okay. Yeah, it is so Netflix, or it's so Hallmark vibes. It's like this guy's a snowman. She puts a scarf around him. He comes to life, and he's like, she falls in love with him. But there is one crazy scene in it that really caught me off guard. I was asking my friends because they're like, "Oh, I did watch that movie." I was like, "Did you not think that scene with the grandma in the car was crazy?" You'll have to, if you watch it,
Hot Frosty. That's the name of the movie?
It's called Hot Frosty.
Yeah.
I just watched it because I was like,
what kind of movies are you watching?
I like
when the kids are in bed?
any Christmas movie. I'm like, I'll just watch it. And
kids
I
are
was
in
like,
bed. Let's watch Hot Frosty.
There's a lot of Hallmark ones on Netflix right
yeah,
now.
and it's rated like PG. It's
Oh.
not like there's just one scene that I'm like,
Right. Wow.
Well,
that's
it's with
really
it's with
fun.
the guy pushing the car,
Yeah,
right?
he's like getting this grandma out of this snow bluff.
and she's
attracted to him.
She's making intimate noises while he's
He's,
pushing,
like,
the,
pushing
car.
the car.
And you see him like
And you see
huffing
her
and
just, like,
puffing, and she's
That is
rocking back
weird.
and forth.
It is crazy.
I'm going to skip that part.
It was so crazy. It
Oh
came
my
out of no.
gosh.
I was making sweet potato casserole for a friend's giving and just like playing that in the background. I was like, what is going on right
That's
now?
weird.
Did it
Yeah.
make you laugh though? Like, be honest. Did you
I
laugh?
was alone. I don't really laugh watching shows alone, but I was just kind of like, I was uncomfortable by
What's your
that.
favorite movie or several?
My
Elf?
favorite is Elf. Just
So
for
funny.
life. Just for it's kind of a light
I
Christmas
see it on
thing.
Broadway with you.
Wait, let's go see Elf on Broadway.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I want
Yes,
to.
yes, yes.
But A Wonderful Life.
As you get
don't-
older.
Yeah, I had gone through a period where I had lost a lot of jobs, and it'd be Christmases when I didn't have a job, and it was just really tough time for me. And then I'd see him to see how important family was.
Yeah.
Aw.
I'm
You're getting choked up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Love you, Dad. You know you're a really good dad. You're a really, really good dad.
Next question.
And wait, I want to say this too. The fact that you like moved around so much as a kid and you experienced so much as a child, and then you were able to step up and like raise your sons and love them and be there for us. So cool. Because there's a lot of dads that don't do that when they have a rough childhood, and the fact that you did that is really cool.
Like
Okay.
that stability and tradition around Christmas. That's
Yeah.
cool.
He stopped the cycle and
Yeah.
did the right thing.
Coached all of our sports teams and
Well,
just
thanks.
spent time with us.
Yeah, I feel like I had a good dad, but yeah, it was kind of rough having several
Yeah.
moms growing up and living in
Homes
different places and moving around a lot. So I didn't want to do that to my kids, my family. So
You did
thank you.
it.
Yeah, thanks. Love
You did it. Should we do the next question? I guess.
Well, I was gonna say I like Christmas with the Cranks, but Matt hates it,
Oh,
so I
I
watched
hate
it without
Christmas
him.
with the
I
Cranks.
I
on
don't care for
Sunday.
that either.
That movie is just like
No,
I've seen
it's
it 10
good.
times.
Also, I love the way that they depict their marriage because it's so like my parents' marriage as a kid. Like they would like bicker, like kind of like jokingly, like speak sarcastic with each other, but then like you knew that they like loved each other and they would like kiss and like
Here's my thing.
around.
I don't like to rewatch movies. Like once I've
I
seen the
don't
movie,
either unless it's Christmas.
but that's the thing. I'll only rewatch a movie if it's a really, really good movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that was so incredible. I could watch it all over again. But I'm not going to do it every year. I might watch it, every
Home Alone.
every
Home
five.
Alone every year.
Maybe every like 4 or 5 years I'll rewatch a movie if it's an amazing movie. But the problem is these Christmas movies, they're not that same quality. They don't have the same production value as an incredible blockbuster film that I want to rewatch every 4 years.
It's a Wonderful Life does.
And It's a Wonderful Life is good, but I got sick of it because we watch it
It's a
every
long
single
I know.
year.
It is.
So that's my hot take.
It's just as you get older,
Actually,
you just understand like, this you know how friendships and family are important, but as you get older and older and older, it just really like, yes, I'm going to stand on that.
Have you ever done the deed while staying with family over the holidays?
Well, we know you did, not us. I don't think you let that reveal in another.
Why did you?
You're just going to
podcast.
call us out like that, Mom? I never
You
even...
never have.
We have at your grandparents' house after we were married, and yeah,
Yeah, it's been so long, I forgot.
Which side of the family was that?
it was at the Conrads.
At the Conrads?
Yeah, the Conrads farm.
Oh my gosh. Was this on an air mattress?
Well,
Probably on the basement
and my
floor.
brother-in-laws, I think, had the same experience. Sorry, I don't want to say anything more, but yeah.
This stuff you're not supposed to talk about.
Probably move on.
Did the mattress pop? How does that even work
On a smiley
logistically?
face, Matt. On a smiley face, Matt.
Wait, those were foam. Those were so. I mean, they weren't that uncomfortable, but
I
they.
think I'm violating bro code here.
Oh my gosh! Was this in the basement?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wait, was I?
No.
Was I alive at the time?
Yeah, probably.
Because I used to sleep on those smiley face mats too.
We washed the sheets, you know. What?
Oh, man, you learn so much as you get older.
Yeah.
Okay, next
Creeps you
question.
out, right?
Yeah,
out,
no, I. What's funny is I think you learned those details about our marriage from our podcast. I
Yeah.
forget that my own freaking
That's too
parents
much, Matt.
watch our
That's why you
podcast,
gotta
so I
be
got to be
careful.
careful.
I know.
what I say on here.
Well, we
It's
don't
crazy.
have to watch.
Every generation thinks they've discovered sex. It's like,
No.
you don't think your grandparents enjoyed sex?
That's the
Degenerate.
weird. That's the weird part is I don't know what it is about it, but like there's this kind of unspoken rule of we don't talk about it. But it's like, how the frick do you think you got here,
I know.
man?
Yeah.
How do you think your grandma got here? How do you think
I
your
know.
grandma's grandma got here? Okay,
Yeah.
someone did it,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Lots of people did it.
but no one's talking about it. It's
I
like
know.
it's kind of like something everyone does, like brush your teeth. It's like if you want to talk about brushing your teeth with a friend, or I said that really weird. Let me say that again. If you want to talk to your friend,
Hey, I'll brush your teeth and brush mine.
shut up.
While we do it.
Oh my god! But if you want to talk to your friends about like, hey, you know, what techniques do you use to brush your teeth? It's like I like an electric toothbrush. You know, that's not weird. But everyone brushes
Nobody
Yeah,
their
that
teeth.
watches
is weird.
video of somebody else brushing teeth
I've
going,
never
I gotta
asked
do
anyone
that.
else what techniques they use to brush their teeth.
I don't know,
That's
but if
what the dentist is for.
but like when I discovered electric toothbrushes and how much
That's a
cleaner.
whole nother story.
Wait,
I want to go there and use devices to clean your teeth with, and yeah, moving on.
Hey, you got your first electric toothbrush from us when I was at the
If
dental
you really want
office.
to get your teeth clean, use an electric toothbrush.
It's getting so weird. This is
You
getting
took
so
it there.
weird. This is getting so weird.
Look up
Okay.
Hitachi magic wand
anyway,
if you want to know
I
how to
get-
really
Why
brush
is
your
it weird?
teeth.
It is weird though. I don't know why it's so weird, but it is.
It's an intimate thing.
Oh man, where the heck?
I
Where
don't know.
were
We
we?
Not-
got to get onto the pictures.
No.
Okay. Oh
do.
gosh.
Gosh.
Abby, you still with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Now move it along.
Okay. Okay. What is budget for kids' holiday gifts? Did you guys have a set budget for us growing up, or was it kind of whatever you felt like
Kind of
doing?
depended on the year
Oh yeah.
because of some ups and downs. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we never really said. We never really, I don't know.
Mom just likes finding a gift of value.
Yeah.
So she gets really excited if she finds something that's on sale that you guys like. And
so
if
I
she-
might get it 9 months ahead of time.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this or not. We can cut it out if it's not okay. But wasn't there was a year that like money was tight and a family member stepped in to buy our Christmas gifts, right?
Very, very nice. Yes.
And they told you guys to not tell us, which I think you told me as an adult because this was when we were
yeah,
kids.
years later. Yes.
Yeah. But
It was
I
very,
thought
very
that was
nice of
so
her.
nice.
I
thought
know,
that was
and
so nice.
I'm going to remember that
Yeah.
forever. And I still, well, I'm saying I remember that, but I mean to do that for somebody else.
Yeah.
Like clearly we were getting you stuff.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like you weren't getting anything. We still have a nice house and nice things, but it wasn't going to be.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't want anyone to know about this. I don't want them to know
Yeah.
that someone gave you the money. You know, I just want them to think it was from you guys or Santa, you know.
Which is
you
a
were
great
older.
lesson for everybody to know. Is like it's great to get gifts, but I think it's more. You find out there's more value in giving gifts
Yep.
given to your kids or given to somebody in need. So that's why, we should be doing what we do around Christmas time, is to think about others and help others
And
out.
do it all the time.
And not to make this political, but I'm pretty sure that family member has completely different political views than you and dad. And what's cool about that is how sometimes people get in this trap of thinking that people who think differently than them are for whatever reason bad.
No.
I think that's a common theme in our
No.
culture today. And so I think it's important to remember that we're all on the same team. We're all humans. We all want to make the world a better place for the most part. Most people want the best for their children and their family. And so that family member who did that super selfless, loving, kind deed had different views than you guys. And I think that's really cool.
And you're right. And it's unfortunate. And I think a lot of us know this, and I'm not trying to get political either, but unfortunately somebody clicks on one thing that's maybe not quite in the middle. It's a little bit this way, and this person clicks on something a little this way. And then we each keep getting stuff that's further and further away when we're really just right here, but we've gotten to here.
And I think both sides use fear to make people really scared about how if that one thing that they're really, really passionate about doesn't work out, how it's like the end of the world. And so people use these fear-mongering tactics to get people divided. And it's very effective, I think, to win elections. But I think at the end of the day, you have to remember that we're all on the same team here.
Yeah.
Well, that
she's
Netflix
11%.
documentary, Social Dilemma, does a good job of explaining how that happens.
Yeah.
Because the more you kind of become polarized, that separates people.
Thank you to Hexclad for sponsoring this portion of today's episode.
I want to brag on Abby for a second because she gave away Hexclad pans to Kenny, who works on our house, and he's a really sweet guy, has an amazing family. Abby would give the shirt off her back to someone because that's just the type of person that she is. And Kenny was like, "Oh my gosh, those pans are amazing. My wife's been wanting to get some of those." And Abby was just like, "Here, take them. They're for your wife." And Kenny, every time I see him now, has been raving. He's like, "Dude, these pans are amazing. I use them all the time to cook. My wife's a huge fan of the pans now."
Well, we also have Hexclad pans that we use regularly to make dinner, and that's why me and Kenny were able to bond about them. We're like, these pans are amazing. Nothing sticks to these pans. I will tell you, you're going to be hard pressed to find yourself scraping those or getting things burnt on the bottom of your pan. Super easy to clean. Their 6-piece set is the perfect starter bundle to enjoy the incredible versatility of their products. The set features 6 of their most popular pots and pans with an accompanying lid that can handle all of your holiday cooking needs. Your kitchen will never be the same. Seriously, say goodbye to sticking, burning, and uneven cooking, and say hello to perfection with every dish. These are going to be a staple in your kitchen. You're never going to want to use anything else. They're also dishwasher safe. They are metal utensil safe and even oven safe up to 500 degrees. I can't say enough good things about Hexclad. They would make an amazing gift this holiday season. So whether you're treating yourself or looking for that perfect gift, now's the time to snag the cookware that everyone's talking about. For a very limited time only, our listeners can shop Hexclad's biggest sale of the year for up to 42% off with our exclusive link. Just head to hexclad.com/unplanned to unlock their best deals of the year. Support our show and check them out at hexclad.com/unplanned. Bon appetit. Let's eat with Hexclad's revolutionary cookware. Happy cooking and happy holidays.
Thank you to Chime for sponsoring this episode of the Unplanned podcast. Have you guys ever been in a situation where you needed a friend to spot you money? Because one time, actually, Abby did that in a really big way.
No, I spotted somebody money.
But it was like $200 though, right?
One of my coworkers went on a date with his scumbag
Dude
and
who got
he
his
got
car
his car
towed.
towed while they were at the movies.
And she paid for it. It's really nice to have a friend there to spot you money. And that is Chime. They can spot you up to $200. How it works.
That is enough to get your car free from the tow truck place.
So how it works is you set up direct deposit in your Chime account. After a qualifying direct deposit of $200+, Chime will notify you to enroll and spot me. And with an activated debit card, Chime will spot you up to $200 when you exceed your balance. So as long as you have those steps in place, then let's say that, you don't have money in your account for whatever reason, you had a rainy day, whatever, Chime will spot you $200, which is so convenient. Your next direct deposit is applied to your negative balance. Chime never charges fees or interest for using Spot Me. Enjoy the holidays while keeping your financial goals on track with Chime. Open your account in 2 minutes at chime.com/unplanned. That's chime.com/unplanned. Chime. Feels like progress. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. Spot Me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Boosts are available to eligible Chime members enrolled in Spot Me and are subject to monthly limits. Fees apply at out-of-network ATMs and for OTC withdrawals.
I know Abby has this really cool concept of something to read, something to write,
I did not
something
come up
to
with this.
what is the concept again? Can
I
you say
didn't
it?
follow it.
Oh, you didn't follow it this year?
No.
But what is the it's a really cool idea.
It's 4 gifts. It's something to read, something to wear, something you want, and something you need. I think.
Oh, that's good.
But
I like
I just wanted to get my kids gifts because I think that's a good thing to follow for their birthday.
Yeah.
Christmas, I want to make it like special, you
Yeah.
know?
You kind of sent it this year, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I feel
you
like I
didn't.
bought very reasonable, like thoughtful things that they'll be able to get a lot of use out of.
Yeah.
And I got them all on sale.
I think everyone's gonna know how much we spent on the gifts because are you like linking the Christmas gifts or something?
Sure. If someone
Yeah.
wants help finding things for toddlers, I feel like I found some really good ones.
You're a good gift giver. You're
Thank
really
you.
good at
I'm so
that.
excited. Okay, I'm really excited about the Tony's box because we're traveling.
yeah.
We're traveling for Christmas. I think it's
Yeah.
a great idea because people from out of state can give us like those figures are not cheap, but they're like they make a good gift.
Great grandma wants to do that.
Yeah, get a
and
little figure for it, and then we can take it home with us way easier than like big presents.
Yeah, so we have to know which ones you have and which ones.
I only got one, so
Okay.
then that can be like I thought that would be the best recommendation to give other people because it's also like while I said it's not cheap, they're reasonable. Like they're under $20.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget what your question was before.
Budget, but yeah,
Yeah.
it seems like you just kind of got. I feel like that's what my parents did too. Like
You just love your kids so much. I feel like you think of the
hard.
thing that you know that they would love, and you figure out a
doesn't
way
fit in a
to get
budget
it for them.
sometimes.
Yeah.
You find a way to find it on sale or whatever. But
Oh, I know what you were saying. There's something to read.
You know what was devastating for me? Sorry to interrupt, but when I realized that Santa Claus didn't come to the kids in developing countries that just needed food. Because you guys told me that when I was a kid, and I loved that. I was like, oh, that's so cool that the kids in other countries where they don't have access to like clean water and good food, Santa comes and brings them the things they need. That was so sad when I realized that.
Well, that's why we did Samaritan's Purse, Operation Christmas Child, a lot of years. And there's people on our radio saying
Compassion International.
that they're getting these Christmas boxes and, it changed their life. They never got toys, that's a huge deal. Well, and I was going to say a lot of years I did the 3 gifts like the 3 wise men, as they got, because if there was only 3 gifts, then 3 gifts is enough, because they were going to get tons from
That's
the
true.
grandparents and the aunts and the uncles and the, you know what I mean? It's not like they're only going to get 3
Yeah,
gifts.
you used to give money towards some of these charities where they got a goat or a chicken. It sounds funny, but some cultures
World Vision and
that's
it's
very, very
huge.
important to them.
I thought that was really cool. I mean, used to charities would just be like, donate your money. But charities figured out like it's more meaningful if people know that they bought a goat for a family in need or they bought a cow for a family in need. So then
Or Scott's charity. You know, clean
Yeah,
water.
I know.
We need to promote
interviewed
that.
Scott Harrison on the podcast. If you guys haven't listened to
Great charity.
our episode with Scott Harrison, that would be
It's called
amazing. for you to-
cleanwater.org?
It's called Charity Water.
Oh, Charity Water.
And Charity Water is on a mission to fight the global clean water crisis because there's a lot of people, millions of people in the world that have no access to clean drinking water. And we interviewed him because we wanted to raise awareness about the good work he's doing to help these people. So if there is a charity that you're thinking of donating to, with the holidays coming up, definitely consider Charity Water because the work they're doing is incredible. They're actually on track to solve the crisis in the near future. I forget the year Scott said on the podcast episode, but it's happening. We're making progress, and the more people donate, the more we can raise awareness. Eventually, everyone will have access to clean drinking water, which is really cool because a lot of people die every year from easily preventable diseases like diarrhea and just so many things that we take for granted in America or Canada, wherever you're tuning in from. Like people die of these easily preventable diseases because of no access to clean water. So check out the episode. Sorry to interrupt.
And the coolest thing, not on top of that, is 100% of your money goes to the cause.
Yeah, Scott
A lot
has
of
set up a
places-
You
business
listen to the
model.
podcast?
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, yeah.
Yay.
Over,
Yeah.
we have the book, we gave,
We've told
Most
lots
pla-
and lots of people about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's
The-
amazing.
The episode didn't get the most views, which I didn't think it was. That's not why I did it. I did it because I really think what they're doing is incredible.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you guys listened to it because
it's
I
fantastic.
think the episode blew my mind. I learned so much.
Yeah.
And you just like learn how these charities operate, and I love hearing about people that dedicate their lives to
helping
doing good
others.
in the world.
Unbelievable.
So admirable.
And how they change their lives.
Yeah.
Their lives were life changing. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Anyway.
it literally saves people's lives.
Yeah, so cool.
Good job, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank
Everyone,
you.
spam the comments with "Go Scott" or "Go Charity Water." Yeah, say "Go Charity Water."
Yeah.
Maybe Scott would like that, because if everyone's commenting Charity Water, then I'm sure, like, yeah, if you didn't have the money to donate to Charity Water, like spamming the comments with "Charity Water is awesome." I feel like someone's going to search Charity Water and
Yeah.
hear what it is, and that will probably help them in some way. I don't know.
And help out a lot of families.
Yeah, because if
in need.
you don't, like, not everyone has the resource of money, but if you have the resource of time, you could use your time to spam comment sections with, like, Charity Water is the best, and then and it's going to lead to someone out there donating. How did you guys keep Santa Claus a secret?
Well, when you're little, it's real easy to do. You were the one that was super curious. You always ask
Yeah.
questions about sex and Santa Claus.
Why does this conversation keep going back
I know.
to sex?
Yeah, it's him. Gosh.
So much
As
like
he
you,
was
Dad.
older.
No,
not
you were
as-
a very curious child about everything.
You asked about everything. After 10 questions an
Yeah.
hour, I just would say, because Mom said so. Because it's
Yeah,
like
why
I'm-
do we have to do this? Why do we have to go to bed now? Why do we have to take naps?
Well, anyway, it was easy when you're little, but
Yeah.
yeah, once you start going to school and hear about it at school, that's when it gets hard. And we just said, if you let it leak to your little brother, then you're not going to get everything you were going to get, because so we kind of threatened.
How did you guys feel when Caleb and I went to prank Josh and give him coal for Christmas?
I sabotaged that prank you were pulling, and I came down to film you guys coming down the stairs, and I saw the coal, and I hit the pause button, ran and got the stuff you put in the basement, brought that up, replaced the coal with the gifts because you told me what you had done. And so when you came down, Josh was excited to see the gifts, and you guys were upset that Josh didn't see coal. So
That's pretty screwed up, Dad.
Yeah.
That would have been the funniest Christmas story ever.
How
if
old
Josh
was
would have
he?
seen Cole,
No.
he would have bawled his eyes out,
That would've
and
been
that
so
would have
funny.
been so funny.
Yeah.
You would have gotten it on our family video.
You're sick.
And then now we could laugh about
you're
it and
evil.
show our kids.
You're evil.
And guess what? His Christmas presents were just in the basement. It would have just been a short
Yeah,
couple
you'd have
minutes
blown
of
the fact that Santa didn't exist at age 3. You'd have missed
No,
out on
he
4
wasn't
years.
3.
Dad,
of
he
that.
was like 8, okay? He should have known by then.
He was not 8.
I figured it out when I was 8. I drilled you guys. I was like, okay, so that means the Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny, all these mythological creatures.
Creatures.
Humans.
Easter Bunny's a creature, dude.
Okay, that is freaky. A big bunny.
That's terrifying.
I know.
Maybe we need to maybe someone needs to make a horror movie about one of these, mythological creatures coming to people's houses and giving
Mythological?
them mythological. I apologize.
No, it's mythical.
Mythological?
What is that word?
Mythological and
Mythical.
mythical.
It's mythical.
They're kind of
Hey, I'm going to pull
interchangeable.
ChatGPT out and check it out.
Dad, you need to get off.
Mythological?
We need to get you
If
off
you haven't
ChatGPT.
I know.
heard about artificial intelligence,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
awesome. ChatGPT, Google, Copilot was the other one.
My dad
I love it.
sent in our family group chat a list of 15 different team names we could use for our turkey trot for Thanksgiving, and Abby thought he spent like an hour coming up with these. I was like,
your
babe,
dad really spent a lot of
I
time
was like,
coming up with these, and no
sweetheart.
one voted.
he used ChatGPT. We need to get ChatGPT off your phone.
No, I love it.
Ah, he's obsessed.
What's your hot take on this? Santa might not be real, but do you guys believe in magical creatures? It could have used mythological there, by the way.
Mythological?
What about mythological?
Mythological.
Here's the thing, though. I think maybe they're referring to aliens. I don't know exactly what this question is asking, but maybe the question is, do you guys believe in aliens?
What? Where is
I
this going?
believe there's something out there.
You think so?
Yeah, recently they released some
I love how we're talking about
videos that were hidden in the I guess the Air Force or Navy had witnessed some stuff that going on.
Oh, he's deep in the
And
conspiracy.
that stuff was being come
It
out.
was on 60 Minutes.
It was on
right?
60 Minutes.
Like
I saw
all
the
these
interviews of the
military-
pilots that saw what was going on.
That
Of course,
don't
there's a lot
believe-
of goofy, crazy things
Yeah.
out there, but I think there's something that exists besides us.
I don't know. It's a little hokey, all that.
I don't know. I mean,
You
our
know-
universe is freaking huge. Do you guys realize, to get to different galaxies and stuff, it would take millions of years?
I know.
Millions of light years. So if you're
Yes.
traveling at the freaking speed of light, which is thousands and thousands and thousands of miles per hour, if I'm not mistaken, it would take you millions of years to travel at the speed of light.
Yes.
I'm
Crazy.
not smart enough to
It's
figure
huge.
that, so.
Our brains can't understand it. I know I was making fun of you for AI, but I feel like AI is going to help us figure out some of these
You get
Speed of
sicker?
light is 670,616,629 miles per hour.
That's flipping crazy. I can't even fathom that.
Wait, here's a hot take that we actually changed our minds on, Matt.
What is it?
We weren't sure what we were going to do about Santa Claus with kids.
Yeah.
And then there's just something that like actually completely flipped in me because people are allowed to change their minds.
Right.
Seeing magic on your kids' faces
Yeah.
is and experiencing that as a kid yourself. I'm like, I don't want to keep that from my kid though. It wasn't worth like obviously that's a confusing thing and we'll take conversation, but like it's not worth taking it out. So now we're doing the 180. We're doing Santa and we're also doing Elf on the Shelf. He's coming the day after Thanksgiving.
That's exciting.
Got the book and everything, and I'm already thinking of all like Griffin's gonna wake up in the morning. We're gonna have like the elf set up doing like ornery things. Cause I've already been talking about it. I was like, Santa's sending the elf to our house after Thanksgiving, and he's coming soon. And I heard he likes marshmallows, like all the buzzwords that
funny.
Griffin loves marshmallows. So the day after Thanksgiving, I think we'll have like the little elf in the marshmallow container in our pantry. But yeah, we completely changed our mind on that. That was my hot take. Before I was like, maybe we don't do Santa. Now I'm like, I'm 100% Santa.
And I
maybe
see
we
both.
don't-
I
yeah.
see both sides. I totally do. But yeah, I think you can just do Santa, but not be insane about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
what would be crossing the line?
Was that a hot
I'm
topic of
curious.
discussion back in your day with like some parents doing Santa, some parents not? Because I think some of our friends didn't do Santa
I also
Claus.
don't want my kid to be the one ruining it for other kids.
Yeah.
Seeing the excitement and,
the joy.
all the joy
I
Yeah.
love it.
on their
Griffin just gets
faces.
so excited. He
It's
goes
so
like this, he
much
goes,
fun. So am I doing it for them or am I doing it for me? So part of it is I'm doing it for me because I want to see my kids
Yeah.
enjoy that and see, because they're only young for a short period of time,
Yeah,
right?
lying to
They've
your
got
kids, like
years and years and years.
let's normalize lying to your kids.
No,
It's not
You know
lying.
what
It's
we're
just
talking.
having fun.
But yeah, just don't go insane because
I honestly feel like it's just tapping into like your own imagination and your own magic and like
No,
sharing.
it is
Because I tell
so-
Griffin, I'm like, maybe that sound is a lion. Like thinking like that is just fun.
yeah.
Think about Disney.
Kids-
Is it really a
adults
Mickey
need more-
Mouse? Is there a Donald Duck?
That's what I thought too. I was like, exactly.
But look, kids love it. It's fantasy. It's fun.
So do adults.
You know?
Look at Abby's mom. She's obsessed with it.
Going
She has
how many
about
times a
50
year?
pairs of Mickey ears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and backpacks and
Yeah.
And she's
Popcorn
She
normal.
lives at our
holders.
house.
it's Christmas with Mickey in her room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My whole thing is, there's enough things in life that you
That
have to
are
deal with
hard.
that are hard and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it fun.
Just
A
little
little
levity.
bit of lying to your kids
Yeah.
isn't going to hurt anything.
Yeah,
Stop.
I changed my mind. I see both sides, but this
Yeah.
is what I want to do because it's just
It's-
freaking fun, okay?
Okay,
It's
yeah.
just fun.
Something that I think is so funny about you, Mom, is you were never very sarcastic with us growing up. I've gotten a little bit more sarcastic being around Abby's family. Abby's mom is so sarcastic, and I used to think she hated me because she was so sarcastic around me. But now that I'm being more sarcastic around you, you don't pick up on it all the time, and you get like actually mad at me sometimes. It's super funny. It's super funny, yeah.
Yes. Well, I think it's a little bit of I'm black and white, and that's how I was raised in our family.
When you said I'm black, and when you said I'm black, I was
Things
like,
are black
what
and
on
white.
earth are you saying
Where
right
you
now,
going with
Mom?
this?
Things are black and white. And I
Okay.
think that's a lot of my family are engineers, and it's black or white. There's no gray.
Yeah.
Things are either right or wrong. And then
Yeah.
that's how my personality comes out. And
Yeah.
if you're the mom, that's how you raise your kids.
But that's why sarcasm is so fun, because it tests the boundaries of what's black and white, and it makes life more fun, because then you learn how to like tease people and they tease you back, and it's so funny.
But it's true. But if that's all you say to that person, then it has a different effect on them. If you don't
You're
ever,
right.
if you don't say things that are positive ever, I'm
Yep.
not saying you, but
Yep.
someone else.
Yeah.
And
Just-
all you do
My older
are
brother
the,
Caleb.
It
Then
depends on the timing and where somebody's at in their life. So, if somebody just lost their pet dog, you don't
Oh, yeah.
say something that might hurt their feelings.
Oh, 100%.
But, later on, you might say some type of joke that at the time, it was just too soon. You ever hear people say too soon?
Yeah. And that's why it's all about balance, right, Mom? I feel like you taught me that balance is so
Matt, I
important.
honestly will say like sarcasm was kind of how my parents showed me love growing up.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh well, they would just, but that I had never like offended. Like I was like laughing with them. Like I don't know. I knew that was how they like showed their love. They were not like affectionate in that way. So I think it can go both ways.
You're right though. Like even seeing your dad, like your dad is such a quiet man, but because I've gotten so much closer to him over the years, I've seen this new side of him come out and see him come out of his shell. But around strangers, your dad's like super quiet, doesn't talk.
He'll never be on this podcast.
He will probably
Don't even
never.
think
That would be awesome.
That would be our hardest.
That would be awesome. I want to see Guy. His nickname is Guy because the kids call the grandkids.
There's
call
no
him Guy.
D at the end. Just
God
God.
will never be on this podcast.
But
We
the
need to
thing
get
is,
Guy.
seeing your dad be
Guy.
a grandpa though, he opens up with our kids.
Oh,
He
yeah.
lights
Yeah.
up, and it made me really realize, like, you know what?
That's
People-
how he was with me as a kid, but just
Yeah.
like
Yeah, people that are shy, like you might think, oh, they don't have that warm fuzzy side. No, they do. You just haven't seen them in the right scenario for them to open
The
up.
setting.
Like that. Yeah, but it was funny though because you mentioning showing love. I was curious. Do you guys think it's showing love to someone if you re-gift them a gift you already got? What is our thought? What's our hot take on re-gifting gifts?
I don't want to gift it back to them,
Yeah.
but I have seen that
That's not
happen.
re-gifting
No,
it.
that's-
I have seen that where
That's a
somebody
take
gets
back.
a gift
I mean-
and then they gift it back to their brother,
No.
and their brother gives it back to them.
Oh,
and what they've done
on
is
purpose.
wrap it. There was some pair of pants that two brothers were gifting each other back and forth.
That
so
was
the
a
first
joke.
year he got
That
it,
was a
he
joke.
put it in double wrapping paper. And then the next year he put it in a box and triple wrapped it. Then he put it in some type of box that you could only get apart if you use a screwdriver. And it became so big that it became in a crate. And they had to get it
That's
all
not
the
what
way
they
out.
mean.
And yeah, it was kind of a joke, but it was just a thing they did.
Don't know if you guys knew this. I actually know the CEO of Regifting Gifts, and her name's Teresa Howard. Everybody give it up for Teresa Howard, everybody.
What are you
That's called
talking about?
sarcasm. That's called
What?
sarcasm.
I mean, why are you saying that? Why are you saying
You're the
that?
CEO of Regifting Gifts.
I don't know what your example you're talking about.
You are the queen of regifting.
she's asking for an example.
You regift stuff all the time. I
No,
feel like
I
you don't. Bro,
White elephant.
You
Pass
repurpose
the
everything.
trash.
What do you
repurpose
mean?
everything.
The poop knife. We're regifting it this year.
Yeah,
That
you're
was-
regifting the poop knife,
It
Mom.
wasn't used.
But still, you're regifting it. You're putting it back into the trash.
That was supposed to be if someone brings it to the white elephant, it's a joke if it comes back again.
My mom has a closet full of gifts on the ready to give to people at any given time.
That's smart.
That's very sweet. No, you're a very thoughtful woman, and you're very kind to your friends, and you show love by giving people gifts.
Yeah.
So I apologize that I didn't get you a gift for your birthday this year. I'm sorry. I knew that made you really sad, but we did fly you out to Disney World.
That was awesome.
Air
that
high
was
five.
awesome. Yeah. No, like if you're a working woman and you're busy and all that, this girl at work she had made these bags full of fresh fruit they had bought and frozen for her 3 kids as snacks. And she's like, they won't eat them. I'm trying to be healthy, but they won't. Will you take some of these? Because I can't eat all these because she has 3 very busy. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'd love to. She goes, I'm going to throw them away. I'm like, do not throw them away. She gave them to me. So I found a little journal and I went and got a little gift and a card out of because I can't go shopping that night, have time. So I gave her a little gift the next day. And she's like, oh my gosh, you didn't have to give me a gift for giving me this stuff I was going to throw away. So it's just stuff like that to be able to give somebody something when they did something nice for me.
And you get a thrill saying, it was only $3.
I don't say that. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I didn't
If
say
you
that.
got a gift from my mom, just know it might have only been $3, but she thought about you, and that's what
Yeah.
matters.
So anyway.
Suggested retail was $25, but she got it for $3.
Abby's giving me side eye because we have family pictures to go take. But thank you everybody for tuning in. Please be nice to my
Yes.
parents in the comments. They are the salt of the earth. They're
I'm
such
Papa
sweet
J
people.
Dog.
My
Papa
dad
J-Dog.
likes to call himself Papa J Dog for some reason. He has it on T-shirts, so you can give him a shout out in the comments. He'd probably
PJD.
love that. They'll be reading the comments too. I know you guys will probably be like deep in the comments on this episode.
Only if they're nice. Only if they're nice.
All right, we should probably go.
Thank
All
you guys so
right.
much.
Thank
You're
you.
always
Thank
a
Merry
blast.
Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Scott, you're awesome. Cleanwater.org.
Oh yeah,
Charity water.
I didn't
Charity
know-
water.
Charitywater.org. So if you're listening to this podcast where you're doing dishes, write this down.
Okay, bye guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.